Hi there, welcome to the Dean Blundell Show. Whatever the fuck this is. My name is Dean. That's the first F word. I am not going to swear the rest of the podcast, Sean. I'm not. I'm going to try and not say the F word the rest of the podcast. I had 50 yesterday. 50 actually 3 swears in one podcast, and I was shocked, and I hated myself for it after, so I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing, like, I'm going to try real hard not to swear. You can talk, Sean. You can turn on your microphone before we talk to the girls. Don't do the emoji face. No one can see you.
Just doing one of these, you know?
Sean's one of our producers. Sean, I have to apologize because yesterday I swore 50. I said the F word 52 times, and I was thinking about it on my walk this morning. And I mean this when I say this. I need to stop using the F word so much. It's
a little bit of self-censorship, right?
Yeah, it's unbecoming. So I'm going to make a promise today, and probably the worst time to do this. I'm going to try to not say the F word as we have our next 2 guests on from the Fucked Up podcast. That doesn't count because it's the name of a podcast. They need to unmute their mics, though. You got to unmute your mics, ladies. Nicole and Allie. Hi, ladies. How are you? Nice to see you. Sorry.
Hi.
Sorry, you got me. You got me on day 1 of not swearing as much.
Yay. You won't count us doing that.
Well, I figured I listened to the podcast a little bit yesterday, and at the end of it, one of the guys took a tally, and I said the F word 53 times. And
oh my God.
It was a 128-minute podcast. That's a lot for 128 minutes. So I'm going to try really hard not to use foul language in this podcast because who needs it, right? Who needs all the F words and the C words and the C suckers and the yes my D's and all that other stuff? No one needs it.
My D's. My D.
No one needs the yes my D's or MF. No one needs the MF anymore or the C suck. No one needs that.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
So anyway, nice to see you guys. You're in the car. This is really cool. I haven't done I almost said the F word. I haven't done a podcast with 2 people driving yet. So Nicole and Allie are the girls from the Fucked Up podcast here at deanblundell.com. And they're superstars. They're on a heater. They got to talk to Sean Avery yesterday. And the video of you freaking out, Allie, and Nicole trying to get you to calm the F down was brilliant. It was brilliant. How did it go?
Nicole's like, I have never seen you this fucking excited in my entire life. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I got to get it out of my system right now.
I didn't know how to react. I was like, I'm like shaking, but I'm also like kind of scared for you because you might fall off your seat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was jacked. Like, but I don't. What was it like? Are you just a big like Sean Avery fan, or are you just a big hockey fan? Why were you so jacked up? Do you like him as a personality? Do you think he's good looking?
Well, he's hot as fuck for sure. But I think we were just so excited to have our first big guest on our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And like the first couple minutes we were having like some technical difficulties with him, so we were stressing. Like the Wi-Fi on his end wasn't like connecting, it was lagging, so we were like, oh my God, he's gonna want to reschedule. We ended up figuring it out, and it was awesome. It was literally like we were friends with the guy. Like,
it was crazy, just like shooting the shit came so naturally, and like we had like all these questions, we were so prepared, and then all of a sudden it was just like, we don't fucking need that. For.
And he came prepared too. Like he had questions for us, and we were like, holy shit.
What did he ask you?
He asked us like if we had boyfriends, just kind of like
he asked us like
us.
about their pod. He's like, how did this happen? He's like, tell me about it. Like, where do you see yourselves going with it? Like, he was like genuinely interested in our like goals with the podcast, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's super genuine. If you've ever talked to Sean Avery, and I've talked to him once, we had a couple of run-ins, but I do appreciate the personality he's become and what he's done with his life since hockey. But he's one of the most honest, open, and doesn't give a crap. Do you like that? I said crap. Doesn't give a crap about what comes out of his mouth. He's going to communicate how he communicates. And everybody that you talk to that has had a conversation with Sean or interviewed Sean, they all say the same thing. The guy's a whip. Like he'll say anything. He'll have any conversation. He doesn't get pissy. He's like really genuine in those conversations. So that's nice. This is your first big guest, and he was cool. He wasn't an absolute tool.
It was really nice too, because he was like asking if we've hooked up with any NHL players, and of course I had my 2 stories, and the things he was saying was just like me and Nicole, like we didn't have our video on because the audio worked more, but like we were like just surprised at how he is. He's like, I don't get these fucking young kids anymore. He's like, why can't you just be with one girl? Yeah. Like, it was really, really nice to hear him say that. And we were just like, wow.
Did he dish about what the best part about playing hockey or coming to Calgary as a visiting player, the best part of Calgary? Because I've had lots of friends that have played for different teams in the NHL, and they always say the same thing. The best place to go to meet incredibly attractive young women is Calgary. That's the best part of going and playing in Calgary.
Yeah, he said that every time he came to Calgary, they would go to Cowboys, which is like a bar like known for very attractive like women and young babes. Yeah, like hot women.
Yeah.
But he's like the first part of his career, he like did all that, and the second part he was like, I'm just gonna go home and eat a piece of pizza and like watch a movie.
Yeah.
Did you believe him?
Yeah, I definitely did. Because he was like, he's honest, right? He's like, I was a fucking fuck boy back in the day, but.
Yeah. No, when he asked you if you'd hooked up with NHL players, and then Allie said she had those two stories. I've never heard those two stories. What are those two stories?
Well, I hooked up with a Canuck and a Dallas Stars player, and I was telling him, and he was just flabbergasted about the things that I was telling him that had happened to me in these scenarios. Like, the one guy from the Stars team was like, you can't stay here. You're going to take a picture of me while I'm sleeping. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Do you want to tell us who it is, or are you one of the kind of people that doesn't want to tell people who it is?
Well, let's just say his initials are TS.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, because he has a girlfriend, like, and that's why. And that's actually what Sean was saying. He's like, the reason why is because he has a girlfriend, and he was afraid something was gonna leak. He's like, if I was in his scenario, like in his situation, he's like, I wouldn't give a fuck if you took a picture of me. He's like, if I was single, who cares? Yeah. He's like, he had a girlfriend. I'm like, oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and you were cool with that? You're like, yeah, I get that. It's all right. I'll leave.
I was like, you know what? This was 3 years in the making. I got the deed done. I'm out of here. See you later.
You know what's fucking, pardon my language, that's one. I'm not going to say it again. You know what's incredible? Sorry. You know what's incredible is that you guys look at it the way, you guys are like 2020s guys. Do you understand what I mean? Like, you guys have the, and for the longest time, men have used women for sex. You guys are using men for sex. I love it.
We have reversed the roles.
Yeah, the roles are switched.
Good luck, man.
Who is the Canuck?
He was a young buck.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just tell this one. I don't care. It was Jake Virtanen.
Yeah, that I was gonna say it had to be Jake Virtanen. Does he have is he have the personality of like Nike?
He has the personality of like a wet mop.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say. There's that's what I thought. Every interview I've seen with Jake Virtanen is like he would have no game. That would have just been a kill for you. Hey, looking, I did this. That's all good.
Oh, 100%. Like the day we hooked up, he like he was like, just come to my house. And I was living downtown Vancouver, and I was like, okay, sure, it's 3 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And I like walk over there, and like we have a drink, and then he's like, so like, do you want to go lay down? And I was like, what? Who asks that?
You want to go have a nap right now?
Like, yeah, who asks that question? Do you want to go lay down?
Yeah.
Like, at least just be blunt about it.
Yeah.
Did you say yes? Did you say yes? I'd like to go lay down.
Yeah, I was like, fuck yeah, let's go lie down.
What a stupid fucking thing to say. Why does that sound like something Jake Virtanen would say?
Exactly.
Want to go have a sleep? Want to go have a snooze?
You want to come in the
sun? Rest your head on my pillow.
Hey, you want to come and just lay here? Want to come just lay here?
Just, come sit.
See what happens?
Have a little lay.
We'll just look at each other for the next 15 minutes and you can leave.
See, the old, maybe it's me or maybe it's just him, but the old school, there was no school like the old school where you would just say to a woman, do you want to get out of here or do you want to go upstairs? Because it's implied, right? There's an implication that obviously you're in Jake Virtanen's house for a reason. Nice house, by the way, or no?
Oh, it was stunning, and it was like beautifully furnished and everything like that. I was like, okay, like this is nice.
Did he kick you out, or did you stay over for the night?
No, actually, I spent the fucking night, and I couldn't believe it. And in the morning, I woke up, and he's like, do you want me to get you a cab? He's like, I'll give you cab money. I was like, what? I was like, no, I'm an independent woman. I'll pay for my own cab.
No, I used you, Jake. I'll get my own fucking goddamn
thanks.
cab. Yeah, you're welcome. That's awesome.
Okay, have a great day.
Well, we actually hooked up again after that. It wasn't just a one-time thing with him. We hooked up a couple times.
Okay. But you know, he treated you well. He didn't treat you poorly. He didn't do anything weird.
Yeah, no, he was actually, like, he is a young kid, right? Like, he's literally like 5 years younger than me. And I was like, you know what, whatever, you're young.
You're
get
nice,
it. You're sweet. Yeah, like one night we actually hooked up, like we went out, I ran into him at the bar and we went back to his friend's place and I woke up in the morning and I was like, get me out of here. I have never left a house so fast as I did when I opened my eyes.
Why?
Because I was just like, where the fuck am I? I had no idea where I was. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I look over, I'm like, oh, it's Jake Vertanen beside me. I'm like, okay.
I gotta go now. Yeah. Can I ask you guys a question about the Sean Avery thing? Did he talk about what his plans are with his life, and how did you guys come to get to have him on your show, by the way?
He didn't really talk about his plans. Obviously, like, he just had a new baby, so I feel like his goals right now are just raising his child. But he messaged us on our Instagram, so we actually asked him how he found us. He said he
was scrolling through
his page, on his like podcast page. He said he was scrolling through comments and found us and went to our personal accounts and found out that we had a podcast. And so then he messaged us.
Yeah, okay.
And he sent us like the 100 emoji. And then it just went from there.
What does the 100 emoji mean? Is that code for something, or is that just like, hey, great, here's me, I'm you, eating? Is that sliding into DMs? Is that what happens when someone slides into DMs? Is there a rule for that?
Yeah, Sean Avery slid into our DMs.
That's what it sounds like to me. Is when you slide into someone's DMs, do you say that like in the post? Or do you go, hey, this is me sliding into your DMs? No. or do you put like a fire emoji and like a couple googly eyeballs? Is that what you do?
Yeah, something like that. You don't just, hey,
how are you? There are some clever ones though. I've seen people like send like emojis of like furniture and being like, I'm just gonna move my stuff in here, like just like trying to be so like fucking
subtle
suave.
About
it.
Does that work?
Sometimes if they're hot, then I'm like, yes, you can slide in there.
Move right in, baby.
Yeah, bring all your furniture. Let's go.
Can I ask? Does the dick pic ever work?
No.
Never. It's never worked with either one of you, where you've gotten someone slid into your DMs with a picture of their penis, and you've
I love that word.
Or testicles, penis and or testicles, and you've gone yes, I'm texting this guy back. Thank you for that.
No,
wiener.
Never. Not once has that ever worked.
No, I'm like block, denied. I don't need to see that. I'll ask for it, or I'll just see it in person.
That makes sense to me too. That makes sense.
Exactly.
I see, and I've always wondered that about guys that do that kind of shit, where they send a picture of their junk as like an intro to somebody. Because to me, that's like in the real world, that's like walking up to somebody and showing them your penis and testicles and saying, "What do you think? What do you think, I read?
You like what you see, baby?"
Yeah.
It's not even like, if you think about it in terms of DMs, all it is just you saying, "Hey, look at this. Check this stuff out I got. And what do you think? You know, I'll just sit here and wait for you to respond. You can just keep staring at my junk." Yeah, no. To me, it's assault. That's what it is to me. Maybe I'm old school. Then someone sends me a picture of their junk, I'm like, I just got assaulted. I just got assaulted by some guy's dick in my DMs. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm amazed it didn't work. Can you explain cuffing season to me before we get going? Because I read this thing today that women and men are cuffing, and it's this thing where people. Are you in trouble there? Someone honking at you?
No, I thought so. I got scared. Sorry. Oh my goodness.
This cuffing season. What is cuffing? Can you explain that to me?
It's when you're ready to lock them down for the winter season.
You just want that one person that you can just like cuddle with, call it all hours of the night, and then not feel guilty about having multiple hookups.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you get rid of them by the summertime.
And summer rolls around and you're single and life is free again.
Yeah.
Is that a winter thing or a pandemic thing?
It's a winter thing because people say like, oh, here comes the cold weather. Cuffing season is upon us. You just got to find that one person that you need to cuddle with, keep warm.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's a lot of breakups before summer because people know they're like, see you later.
This, yeah. So the idea behind the cuffing isn't just to have a single relationship; it's to have someone around for like to hang out with at night. Is that the deal? And then maybe have some sex. Like, what are the rules?
Yeah.
How does it work?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could throw some sex in there. You could just actually just have a cuddle buddy. But I mean, I feel like the majority of it is the person you're going to be sleeping with.
Yeah. Hey, move in for the winter.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
All right. Do you have to be exclusive with that person, or are you still allowed to hook up with other people in there as well?
Oh, you can
I guess it depends. Yeah, you could probably hook up with other people.
It's not like you're like in a serious relationship.
Unless you catch the feels, then that's when you know you're in trouble.
When you get the feels. When you like them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would mean you would like to have that person around all the time, right?
Which is this is like the scenario I'm going through right now. I actually haven't even slept with this guy yet. So like, how shocking is that?
I don't believe you.
I know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I still don't believe you. But if it is it. See, to me, it would seem like it's a pain in the ass. Like you're doing it for all the fucking wrong. Pardon me, that's 3. All the wrong reasons. The difference between what you're talking about isn't having a relationship. It's just having someone around to generally be annoying. That's what I'm hearing.
Pretty much.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're taking a big chance. You're taking a big chance having someone in your house for a long period of time. That's why I'm single. It's because I can't stand having people around me all the time.
I get like that.
It drives me nuts having someone bleed their opinions into my day. And this whole cuffing thing sounds that's exactly what it's like. But
that's why Nicole's got a roster. She's just
flipping through it.
In and out.
And then fuck off for like another week. I gotta go through the rest of my rotation.
7 days a week, 7 men.
All right. Well, I just wanted to clear up a couple things. Talk about the Avery interview, which dropped today. You can go to the Fucked Up Podcast, DeanBlundell.com, and Fucked Up Podcast is the name of the podcast, wherever you get your fine podcasts, including iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, etc. Really excited to see this one, ladies, and great get, as they say in the biz. Great get. Having a guy like Sean Avery on to talk some truth and to talk about, the insides of how hockey players really work when they go to Calgary. That's incredible.
He wants to be a guest once a month too, so we will be having him on again.
Yeah. Did he make you call him? Is that what I understand? Make you call him Uncle Sean?
Uncle Sean.
He's like, if you ever run into any trouble, he's like, just call up Uncle Sean. We're like, what? Okay.
That's interesting. Uncle Sean.
Yeah.
Uncle Sean.
All right. Well, good luck with all that. And Uncle Sean. I hope Uncle Sean doesn't.
We'll be staying at his place in New York City soon.
Appreciate you guys being here. Nicole and Allie from the Fucked Up Podcast. Thanks for doing this. We'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely.
Nicole and Allie from the Fucked Up Podcast. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Nice ladies. Super funny, super smart, super honest, super genuine. I like them. You know why I like them? Is because they don't have like a filter at all. Like zero filter. And I like them too because they're seemingly completely normal. And all they want to do is just talk to people and hang out. Like that's what this is. Isn't it, Sean? Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing here? Are we supposed to be providing people the atmosphere to be able to talk to people like Sean Avery and talk about real shit and be themselves and not take any guff from no one? I watched these girls get in a scrap the other night with some guys on Twitter. They eviscerated them. I stayed out of it because I'm like, this isn't my fight. I wanted to see how the girls did. Allie basically took this one kid to the woodshed to the point where he was like, oh. And then they come and they were hagging these girls about their podcast. Like they were like, your podcast sucks. Your podcast sucks. Girls like, whatever. And then they released this massive nuclear bomb interview with with Sean Avery while those guys are sitting there watching their dicks get smaller. It's brilliant. I love how life works. And man, did they run this guy's show too. They made him about 2 feet tall. It was great to watch. I didn't have a dog in the fight, but I tell you what, if I'm in a foxhole at any point in time and there's some type of civil invasion here in Canada, I want Allie and Nicole in my foxhole for sure. 100%. Not only would they be entertaining as all balls, they'd kill everybody. You do. Trouble's coming. Allie and Nicole got it. Let's smoke this reefer. Send Allie and Nicole out. It'll be over in a minute. Anyway, great girls, great podcast. Download it if you get a chance. It's called the Fucked Up Podcast at DeanBlundell.com. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks to our friends at Owner's Box Fantasy Sports. Owner's Box Fantasy Sports, the #1 weekly fantasy sports app in the world. Want you to go and sign up to play weekly fantasy sports. You got a whole bunch of NFL left. They're going to entice you with a little $100 cash bonus deposit when you put your dough in. $100, they'll top it up another $100. It's $200. You play for $200. It's free money. It's stupid if you don't do it. It's free to sign up. Super easy. The dashboard is incredible. The experience is unbelievable. Like nothing you've ever done before. Completely self-contained. Totally customized. You can play as many guys as many times as you want during the week. Owner's Box Fantasy Sports. Go to ownersbox.com right now. Do it. Or just go to DeanBlundell.com and click on the link at the top. You'll see Drew Brees' face. Click on his face. And let's play some fantasy. Our friend Ed at Ed's Fine Imports. He's got Gitch. His Gitch, buy 3, get 1 for free. Use code GITCH3 as your promo code at the checkout. You can shop his whole collection. He's got the purple, black. He's got, I think he's got brown. He should have brown. Natural camo, baby. Natural camo. Surprised we don't see more brown Gitch, to be honest with you. Red's good if you're injured. Red's a good color if you're bleeding. Orange is great if it's Halloween. Yeah, they're funky. I like all the colors.
Well, what are you trying to cover up with the brown underwear?
What do you think? An accident. Stuff happens. Stuff happens, man. Sometimes people don't feel great. Sometimes they trust things they shouldn't, like farts. Wrong. You know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's for the leaker.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, they're luxury underwear. They're the best in the world. I wear them all the time. I've got a whole bag of them sitting here next to me. They got a pouch in the front, totally breathable. They move with you. edsfineimports.com. Go there right now and order these for your loved one, male identifier loved one. For Christmas, buy 3, get 1 for free. Promo code GITCH3. Blue microphones, the official microphone of DeanBlundell.com and the DeanBlundell.com network. Now up to 30 podcasts. No big deal. We want to reward you, as do our friends at Blue, by adding your podcast at the DeanBlundell.com network. They show us your pod contest right now. If you go to DeanBlundell.com and click on the link on the right-hand side, about halfway down, all you got to do is cut and paste a link to your podcast. We'll go listen to it, and we're going to pick one lucky winner coming up this month to win a whole bunch of gear from Blue, including a Compass mic arm boom and these beautiful Blue headphones, and this Yeti X microphone, the best in the business. Blue Microphones has everything you need to podcast and broadcast like a pro. They have been doing it better than everyone for the past 25 years. You're incredible. Blue Microphones, the official microphone of DeanBlundell.com. Sign up for a newsletter at the website as well. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching and listening. Short one. Didn't even plan on doing this. Enjoyed it, though. Have a great day. Bye.